And then now,
And then now it's December 19. You're gonna release it December 23.
eh, ganun lang yun, 2 weeks.
Mas matagal yun. 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks siya. Mas matagal.
Welcome back to the Sister Act, Season 2, Episode 2. We apologize for the three. No, we don't apologize. We don't. It was necessary.
It was necessary.
This was,
We were sick. We were busy. We were tired.
we had places to go and places to be.
Exactly.
And
And then we got sick.
then we got sick. No,
Right.
I wanted to shoot one last week, but Nico was like, I literally.
Oh gosh.
Nico,
That was uncalled for.
Nico was like, I literally.
I can't do it.
So I was like, oh, okay, sure, no problem.
I can't do it.
So we're releasing this. It's probably a few days before Christmas. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
What a whirlwind of a month. I mean, like, I know we say it all the time, like December. It's busy, busy, busy.
I've never heard that before.
December.
Where did you hear that?
I just saw it on an IG story recently. Yeah, December.
nice.
November.
I've never seen that.
October.
Never.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
Well, anyway, I mean, I know that we say it all the time. It really is a busy season. I think every year since I've joined this industry, I bumabagsak ako December.
yeah.
Like right after my last gig, my body's just like, okay, shut down. Pwede na
Yeah.
siya magkasakit.
I feel like people are like invigorated by December. You know what I mean? They're like
Mm.
so excited.
It is. And everybody, like we were just out last night at like 10, we were walking home. And there were so many
So
people
many
like
people
walking
were
around the
out,
street
yeah.
like drunk, you know.
Grabe naman yung drunk.
Lasing sila.
Actually, there
yeah, they
were.
were
There
drunk.
were,
Like
yeah.
or they were like tipsy. Anyway. So we just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Hopefully it's been a joyful even if it's been busy, hopefully it's been joyful
Yeah,
and
yeah.
still somewhat
Restful.
you can actually I feel like you can feel rested you may not be rested physically,
Right. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
your soul
You're
is
like recharged from the
yes,
people you're seeing
yes,
because
enriched.
Bea, I'm like getting anxiety from your tea.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this better now?
Yes. What do you want me to say?
What were you saying?
I don't remember.
Rested, recharge from the people you're seeing.
Oh yeah, like you're having reunions, people are coming home and you're able to see people you haven't seen in a long time.
I also feel like all the high school and college barkada get-togethers happen
Yes.
only in December or like
Well, my high school my high school
your high
my
school.
high school barkada, we
Shout
saw
out to the rebels.
shout out to my rebel
The
ladies.
rebel. Do they listen to you?
Yes,
Okay,
they do. They listen. I'll tell them that I did a shout out.
okay.
But anyway, we saw each other more this year
That's
than
good.
we have in like all the years since high school. And then we did strat planning for next year and we
Oh,
were
that's
blocking out
good.
dates and occasions when we're gonna see each other already.
I never realized that getting together would be so
So
difficult.
difficult.
That's I don't is that something of today's world or did this exist even when our parents were adults back then?
I think it existed because I remember like hearing mom and dad be like, "Oh yeah, if our schedules align. Oh yeah, the schedules never align." And I always thought it was just like an excuse not to see people. But then I
because they are a
realized,
little introverted, those two.
yes,
They're confident introverts.
but I realized the schedules just didn't align.
Well, it's very difficult. I feel like I only see people now at like weddings or
That's true.
yeah, like a wedding or maybe like a baptism
Yeah.
or somebody
Something big,
Yeah, something big.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just at Revel the other night for
Why were you at Revel?
same question. I haven't been there. I hadn't been there for like 5+ years, I think, since like the pre-pandemic. I don't know. I don't know when the last time I was in Revel, dude.
Dude, the last time I was in Revel, I was in college.
Oh no, I had to go to Revel for
For
events, dude.
work.
Oo
I
naman.
think I've been there for work
Ang dami
pala.
ko namang, yeah, ang dami namang
Yeah, yeah,
events
yeah.
dun. But like for
I take
me,
it back.
yung ako lang, yung
Yeah,
pupunta
yung
tayo, oo,
voluntarily, yeah.
pupunta tayo sa Revel. Anyway, it was a 40th birthday party for Gino. It was a surprise party,
Ah,
and
it was a
it was a surprise.
surprise.
Colleen wanted it in Yes Please because he wanted Rocky. He wanted to sing.
He wanted to
He wanted
sing.
to sing his heart out. But apparently there was an event. So Tony, the one and only, moved the entire Rocky, which happens talaga in Yes Please. He moved it to Revel. He was like,
No
we're moving
way.
it. Yeah. So there was, but
Oh, that's
apparently
so
it's
sweet.
very sweet. And apparently it happens like once a month or once, like a few couple of months, a few and far in between. Nag-Rocky sila in Revel.
Oh,
It is
okay.
disorienting though, because if you're
There's
there,
a lot
you
happening.
no, you think you're gonna be like partying and it's like dark,
And then all of a sudden
but
the
the lights
drums
were
come in.
on.
Stop.
Yeah, and people were like
Singing.
and Filipinos love to sing.
Yeah.
So it was like a Christmas party with randos, if that makes sense. Because people are singing, but you don't know them, but you're singing
Right,
along with
right, right,
them. As
right.
in
Yeah.
may journey, ganon.
That's a
Yeah,
little
and
intimate, no?
there was people were singing. I don't know, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Like it was just random. Yeah. Mm-mm.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
So, and then I had to wake up at 8 in the morning the next day. No, I had to wake up at 6 to be in a school by 8 for Tyler's Christmas
Well,
presentation.
you're a
So that
parent.
I am a parent.
Yeah,
It's very hard to keep up with everything. How
exactly.
have you been?
How have I been? I've been good. I've beat jet lag. And have you?
Nika takes forever to beat jet lag, dude.
No,
Like
it's
one
not
time she
true.
got back from LA and she was jet lagged for 2 months.
No,
We're like,
that
didn't you
was
get back
just
like 2 months?
depression. Stop it.
I'm jet lagged now. I'm jet lagged. And we're
Okay, stop it.
like, oh
I
my
was
god,
sad.
she's been jet lagged for 2 months,
No,
man.
I'm actually very good
Mom,
with stop.
mom was like, jet lag na, jet lag. Ano may jet lag? Tagal-tagal na niya na umuwi. Puro jet lag.
Okay,
And
wait.
okay.
Wait, let me explain myself.
Do you remember though?
Yeah. It was a little bit of a blur.
I'm jet lagged na.
Okay, wait. Let me explain myself. It was a very dark time. I feel like so many things were such a dark time in my life. Anyway, I'm very good with jet lag. I'm super stubborn. How are we gonna get through this episode? I'm very good with jet lag. I'm very disciplined. I don't nap. I'm awake when I need to be awake, and I'm asleep when I need to be asleep. And what I mean by I beat jet lag, where it's like I don't feel like I have like it's 4 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I need a coffee anymore.
Good.
Thank you.
Because there was a life to get back into when we got back from our trip.
Yes.
But how is the holiday season treating you so far? Because the episode prior to this, the beginning of December, you were crying.
I was.
You were nga. So I'm asking, like, what's the development since then? Like, are you feeling a little better? Because you were talking about like the holidays and Isa not being here and the kids not being here.
That's how long ago that was.
Yeah, that was the start of the month, December 2.
What a great question, Mia. I am okay. I think. I actually also I feel like it's been a December blur.
Mm-hmm.
December because I don't know what's happening.
Mm.
Like I really don't know what's
Have you
happening.
done any shopping? I feel like
Nothing.
you haven't done any shopping.
Nothing. I keep saying like, "Oh, I'll fix this. Oh, I'm going to do this." And then it's like December 19. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like I don't know what's happening because of the trip.
Yeah, sure.
Cuz like it's in
Yeah,
between and then like
we were gone like December 3 to December 11.
yeah. So that's like a big chunk.
Chunk.
And then you get back and then I had work to finish. So I didn't really feel like any holiday um like you know what I mean? Like I didn't really feel like, oh my gosh, it's the holidays. Like I just like, oh, I have to get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
I did judge a Christmas
You
party
did. That
a,
was a first for you.
a first, and it was very special because it was Rockwell.
Mm-hmm.
which we love.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so fun, honestly. Like I was actually so nervous because I was just like, what am I doing here? Like, am I equipped to be
Am I
judging? Am I
qualified?
qualified to be judging these people? You know, their
Mm-hmm.
dances and dude, they were so good. Like, and they only had 1 week to practice.
Wow.
And I kid you not, the things they came up with in that 1 week is probably more than people have competed and then trained for like
Wow.
mga 3 months.
Good for them.
Dami na lang
Congratulations.
budget.
Yeah,
I love it.
congratulations.
Yes. Anyway, that was really fun. And then after that, I don't know what's been happening. You know what I mean? I feel like I need to like I haven't been home like one day. Like I've been out the entire day. So I don't know what's happening there.
This episode is the worst episode ever. Sorry.
Anyway,
I think it is a reflection of where we're at the
yes.
point in time of the year
Yes, yes. I think we'll be aligned after
in January.
after Christmas. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, like all the motivation I had in 2024, it's gone.
What motivation did you have?
I don't know, like
For
and
what
whatever
though?
drive I had for work
Yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah. I saw this thing on Instagram where it's like, you finish the year strong, you don't get distracted.
no, we're absolutely
I'm saying
distracted. We're like trying to
how?
just get there.
How? Yeah, I feel like I'm like every single day I'm just holding on.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Ako, I think I've fully shut down after what I had to do in the trip.
Yeah.
Once that I got that done,
Wala na.
wala na.
No more na.
I was like, I'm done for
Yeah,
the
I'm
year.
out.
I'm out.
Yeah. The year
So
has ended for me.
exactly. So for
Yeah.
me, actually, it's been nice to actually see friends. Like, I just mentioned I was at Revel with Ricky and Tin and like radio people. And then it's so crazy because we never see each other at this time because we're all working, we're all hosting, we're
Right.
all over the
This is a
place.
busy time for
Yeah, but
this industry.
we're actually going to see like each other again.
You
So
are?
yeah, so there's tonight. That's why you're watching Goose.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
why you're
Okay.
watching Goose tonight. But like it's so crazy to have like 2 nights with them and I don't see them enough and I'm so excited to just sit and be with my friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'm at.
So this is a really crazy episode.
How the F am I gonna edit this, Nika?
It's just you don't edit it. You just let it be what it is. At least they know. They know where we're at. These people, they've journeyed with us for so long.
I am so sorry about
They
this
they
app.
know. They know we can't always be, like
I don't
organized.
think we
I
were
don't think we've ever been.
or we haven't been
Yeah,
organized.
but
But this is the true state of like
yeah, we're a little
our
frazzled.
life, our brains.
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel very frazzled. I also didn't sleep very well.
let's go into the trip now.
Okay. Okay. So we had a very special trip. More special for Bea, of course. I was
I might cry.
I'm I expect you to.
Yeah.
And it was also special for me to be there and witness it and for me to be the one I guess supporting her in this live. So Bea, why did we go to San Diego?
Before that, I need to establish that earlier in the year, I had been doing online interviews for Disney. I did two for Star Wars, one for Inside Out, and then I thought that the one in
You
Singapore,
did Marvel.
exactly, though I thought that the one in Singapore for Anthony Mackie was like, okay, what a way to end the year,
Yeah,
Captain America.
because it was in
We're
November.
doing it in Singapore, and I'm gonna be there, and I'm interviewing with Gino,
Right.
one of my bestest friends. I was like, this is crazy. And then right after I found out about Anthony Mackie, I got an email.
Oh, it was right after.
Not right after the interview, ha.
No,
Like,
no,
hindi
no.
pa ako, I hadn't,
Wala ka pa dun.
no, wala pa ako dun.
Okay,
So it
yeah.
all kind of happened, siguro,
Together.
yeah, together. They sent it together. They're like, this is happening in November, and this is happening in December.
Right. Because they were
Which,
kind of
yeah,
they were
which they
close.
actually hinted. The Disney team hinted already. They were like, oh, we're
Oh.
working for something in December. And like, in this industry, you just never, until you see it, until it happens, you're
Until
just
there's
like,
a contract.
yeah, or until there's like a thread, an email thread, you just don't assume, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So basically, I knew that there could have been like an activation for something Mufasa related, which is the movie that I was sent for, but I didn't know what exactly. I
Right.
didn't know the dates just yet. And then so I got the email, and when I got the email, I could have fainted on the spot. When I got I don't know where I was actually. I think I was in the mall, and I was hyperventilating because sa
Right.
email pa lang nakalista na sino yung i-interviewin ko.
Yeah, dude.
And I sent a screenshot to the group,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
I
"What,
almost got into an accident.
dude?" I was confused, and
I'm sorry.
I was so confused, and also I was anxious because it's like I know that it's already in an email, but syempre these people have crazy schedules, so baka hindi matuloy. But
Right.
the name that was really like that popped out for me was
Boom.
Lin Manuel Miranda.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So it said interview for Barry Jenkins, the director, Lin Manuel Miranda, original music,
An
original
Academy
songs, an
Award
Academy
winner.
Award winner, Grammy Award winner for Lin Manuel, and even Tony Award. And then the cast: Aaron Pierre, Calvin Harrison Jr., and Tiffany Boone, Husarabi, Scar or Taka.
They're like beautiful people.
They're so
They're
attractive. And
gorgeous.
then of course yeah, Aaron Pierre that plays Mufasa, and then um Timon and Pumbaa, Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner.
Yes.
Actually, Seth Rogen yung natanggal. It was supposed
Yes.
to be Timon and Pumbaa, but literally days before the interview, hindi na siya available. So, yeah, so I got the email. I almost fainted. And can you imagine going into my interview in Singapore?
Singapore.
This was already like on my mind. So this had just been like on my mind for quite some time. And I think that's why I have completely and fully shut down, because yes, it was 5 minutes of my life, but the preparation was not
Well,
five
that was
minutes
5 minutes per.
per person, yeah.
Yeah.
But also like the preparation, getting on the plane, going there.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I was knocked out on the
Yeah.
plane. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically Disney sent me to San Diego to interview the cast and crew, the production team of Mufasa. And I feel like all of my other interviews online, and even like the Amy Poehler one, were, I mean, kind of like auditions.
Auditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Like
audition.
interviews to get the job.
I mean, obviously they have to see your work,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like
true.
they're not just gonna send somebody randomly.
Right.
And so I'm kind of glad that like I was so afraid to do the online interviews just because I know um how much mental capacity it takes to do a 5 minute interview with
Yeah.
somebody like a Hollywood star that you don't
You don't
know.
see.
It's on Zoom.
Yeah.
They're timing you from Zoom chat. You have to
Yeah.
think of your light. You have to think of your audio. So anyway, looking back when I saw the email about Mufasa, I was like, I'm so glad that I did and that I got all those opportunities and that I was brave enough to take it, because I feel like they all led, like they all of it added up to this. And
Yeah.
it was so special because my life has just been Lion King for the past 2 years,
Right. Yes.
because Tyler is obsessed with Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
He's upset. No,
We've tried. We've
like
tried to introduce him to other
I
things.
tried Toy Story. It's like
It's not it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
So what else have I tried?
We've tried other things.
Cars. I've tried Cars.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ion,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
kay Lightning McQueen doesn't care. So I okay, I want to apologize again because I really am exhausted.
Yes.
I'm really tired. So I want to be able to kind of retell this experience properly. But I really feel like we shouldn't even post this episode anymore. Am I making any sense?
Why are we not gonna post this episode? Are you insane?
No, am I making sense? Parang I feel like it's so
You're
gulo.
no.
I am naman.
Yes.
Okay, go. So what's your next question?
So after finding out, and you mentioned that you hyperventilated, but like, how did you feel? Like, how did you feel? How did you like process it? And then, like, because it was pretty quick. The timelines were so quick.
Yeah, yeah. How did I process what? The fact that I was interviewing them, or
Just anything.
for me, oh, I forgot to mention that the inquiry to go to San Diego included Tyler
Yes, I was gonna ask you about that.
there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just me.
Yeah, so
This
that's the reason why I was there, guys.
Yeah, so Disney PH wanted Tyler to experience in the press conference was going to be at the San Diego. The press junket was going to be at the San Diego Safari. And so obviously Tyler cannot participate in the press junket, but Disney PH thought that it would be a wonderful idea to have Tyler have the safari experience in true Mufasa fashion. And I was like, what a wonderful idea. Does this even happen? Like what a crazy opportunity. So from the get-go, Nico and I were like, okay, we totally have to do this. But Nico just came back from New York and he couldn't take off work
Anymore.
anymore.
Yeah.
So I had to ask who would be free to do it. Like, would it be you or Ella,
Right.
basically? Which, by the way, I just want to say that this doesn't happen if Nika didn't go with us. Honestly, though, I could have gone alone,
Yeah.
but I
Like
think
without
without
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah.
But I think the point of it was like I think the point of Disney PH, they wanted us to be mother and son. They wanted us to experience this together, and I
Yeah.
find that so beautiful. And I
Yeah.
think it's just a thoughtful way to approach like the press junket. You know what I mean? And I even love the other people that they sent. It was Ben and Ben.
It was family.
It was family.
They sent
Yes,
family.
exactly. They sent family because Mufasa is The Lion King is a film about family, and it was like two brothers, two musicians,
Yeah.
so smart. Okay, like
Yeah.
Disney PH, love you
They
guys.
got it down.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I was when I was talking to Migs and Pao of Ben and Ben, like the Ben and Ben, they just finished their concert. Congratulations, Ben and Ben.
I know,
And
right?
they just released their new album. But when I was talking to them there, I was like, what a wonderful fresh perspective that you can ask a director and Lin Manuel, like a
Yeah.
songwriter, you can like geek out and ask about the creative process because
Yeah.
I am not a musician and I
Yeah.
don't like I'm not part of that creative process. I'm like my job is just to ask the questions, right?
Yeah.
But they actually produce things. And so I felt like it was such a fresh
Yeah.
perspective and it was such a genius parang ang ganda ng hugot ni Disney PH.
Yes.
So that's how I felt. Did I feel like I was perfect for it? Obviously there was like imposter syndrome, like why me?
Yeah.
For like just a brief couple of minutes. But then I was like, no, I'm ready for this. And like all my interviews, all my hostings, all
Yeah.
my
You were ready for this.
every single interview or hosting or speaking engagement I've ever done prepared me for those 5 minutes each with those people.
Yeah.
And I felt it when I was there. I felt I felt an overwhelming sense of calmness in the chaos of a busy day like that. Like there were like 30 people interviewing
Yeah.
them. And
You were very calm.
they were like snapping people. I know I was, right?
You
When I
were
was
calm pre, post, and during. You
really
were. Yeah. I mean, you were a
because you've
little.
seen me
Oh
frazzled.
yeah, like when Bea is frazzled, everybody else is frazzled with her. You know, when she is stressed, everybody has to be stressed with her. But this, I was like, oh, she's like in a different dimension right now. You, yeah, you were. You were calm, but you were somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I
focused.
was like, where is she
And
gone?
I'm never
You're
calm.
never calm.
Yeah, I know.
The
That's
thing
what's
is, she's
crazy.
never calm.
I'm a super intense,
Yeah,
frazzled, like anxiety
she's like,
ridden.
I'm
Like,
stressed. Okay.
yeah, let's like go. Like, we gotta get this done. We gotta get the event done. I gotta be on time. I gotta be the perfect host, the perfect ganyan. But for some reason, I was doing my makeup that morning, and I was like, I'm ready. Okay ba yung blush on ko? Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Blush on.
Blush on. Bakit? Blush on naman talaga.
No, it's blush. Okay. Apparently, people don't say blush on anymore, but mom said blush on for years.
Sunny has blush on.
On.
Oh,
Anyway, so yeah, I was calm. I felt calm.
yeah.
But I was refining my questions the entire like for 2 months.
Yeah. And even if she was calm, she wasn't
I
sleeping.
wasn't sleeping.
She wasn't sleeping. I mean, I wouldn't be able to either. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be able to rest. Like, my mind would be going to. How did you feel when you were, like, on the way there? You know what I mean? Like, what was that like? Because it's so tiring. We had a 3 leg flight. We had one to Taipei, Taipei to Seattle, Seattle to San Diego, and
Then we had to watch the film the night before.
yes, so like it was a lot. Like,
Mhm. How did I feel on the way there? I felt like Migs and Pau were a huge blessing from the Lord. Like
oh yeah,
God
yeah,
knew
yeah.
exactly
What you needed?
who I needed to be around. And
Yeah,
also for them, who they also were saying, you know, they've never done an interview before. I was like, you are quite literally the ones being asked, and now you're the one asking the questions. So they even asked me about like how it goes,
yeah,
you know, what to expect. And so I know I felt happy to be able to help them out in that
yeah,
sense. And what they gave to me was an intense amount of like just calm presence. And I
yeah,
think I
They were
think
like so chill.
they were so chill, but they were so excited.
Yeah.
Internally, they were freaking out. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's Lin Manuel Miranda and Barry Jenkins, and obviously, if you don't know the cast, if you just Google their work and like
It's
see they're
insane.
incredible. So, but I think for me, the weight was obviously more on Barry Jenkins and Lin Manuel.
Yeah,
So
of
the
course.
cast kasi parang I felt like, oh,
It was
it's
fun.
fun. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Lion King, fans as well. So I
And they're
can
our age, you know what I mean?
exactly.
So it was,
So yeah, I think it was like on the way I felt a very, we were talking about other things.
yeah.
So that was really nice. And then the thing with this is usually with the online stuff, it's very you have to be in the holding room or the waiting room at a certain time, and then they'll just be like, okay, you're up next. So it's like there's a lot of tense anxiety leading up to it
Yeah.
because you're just like, when is it my turn?
Yeah.
But for this one, I was already noticing it was running late.
Yeah.
So when it was running late, I was like getting ready already for changes, and I was
Yeah.
supposed to interview the cast first, but they
Oh, they rearranged it.
they threw
Okay.
me straight to Lin Manuel and Barry Jenkins. That was my first
Your
one.
first interview was them?
Yeah, that was my first one. That was
I
my
would have
first.
just
Yeah,
I
and
would have just
then
passed
it
out.
was a little awkward pa kasi when I sat now, because they're like, sit down. So I'm you gotta be there, you gotta be present and precise, and no extra
Yeah.
movements. Okay, upo ka na dun. And then like Barry was like, wait, sorry. So nag-touch up siya. Then Lin Manuel also, like, Lin stood up for like some touch ups also. So I was just
Yeah.
kind of sitting
And
there
like
for
had
like,
coffee, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
may
yeah.
kape pa siya. So I was there for like 1 minute, sitting. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how did yeah, I felt calm. I wasn't like, no, it was fun. Like I felt like I
Like you enjoyed it.
super. I wish I had more time.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
wasn't like, oh my god, when is this gonna end? Get me out of here. It
Yeah,
was more
yeah.
of like, do I have time to ask one more question? But
Yeah.
then they were like, wrap up, and I
Oh,
knew it was a little fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But and was given 5 minutes with them, but they because we were running late, they scrapped out a minute from my
Right.
interview, which
Yeah.
I found out later on. I was like, oh, that makes sense because I felt like I had one more question in,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I think it went pretty
They
well.
cut out the part where she gave them a gift.
The
And
cast.
the cast. No, even
No,
then.
no, it's there, Nika.
Oh yeah, that's right. The cast, yeah.
The cast
The
lang.
cast, yeah. So that was kind of
It
sad
was a little sad, but for me,
because they had such nice
they did. They
reactions.
were
Yeah.
so happy about it. And so when it comes to these interviews, you have to run everything by
Yeah.
them prior. So are you going to give a gift? Are you going to like is it going to be a game? Are you going to do a skit? Are you going to take a selfie? Like you have to ask for
Everything.
permission.
Yeah.
Actually, selfies were technically allowed, but nobody was taking pictures. So
Right.
ako, I just followed the trend. Like no one's taking photos. I'm not going to be like, pasaway and be like, "Hi, can we take a selfie?" You know what I mean? Because I was like, you know what? I mean, I think it's already enough. It's like a huge
I have
blessing.
videos
Yeah,
with
I
them.
have a video like talking to them. I don't, obviously it would be great to have a
Yeah.
photo to remember the moment forever, but it's totally fine.
You have a 4 minute video to
I
remember
know.
the moment
No,
forever.
exactly. I know. But yun, so the gift also was something that I thought of way beforehand.
Yeah.
I was
Like the
thinking
moment they said that you could give a gift, you already had like an idea, right? Yeah.
that was my idea. I wanted to give coasters
Mm-hmm.
from Olive Tree. You should check them out. The Olive Tree. And I discovered it in Artefino, and it's our friend's brand, Kyla.
Yeah.
And it's just so incredible because they like embroider like Filipino food onto the coaster. They obviously do like custom they also do your name,
Right.
initials and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But this one they released something for like Filipino pride,
Like cuisine.
yeah, Filipino cuisine. And I said I wanted you can't give food
Yeah.
to people you've never met, and it's
Well, Ben and Ben did.
I know they did. I'm surprised they approved that because
Yeah.
technically you're not allowed to give. You're not supposed to be able to give food because like, diba? Parang it's
I mean, it's dried fruit.
yeah, the safety of it
Yeah.
and all. But yeah, still. So I was like, I want to be able to give something that symbolizes Filipinos loving fellowship,
Yes.
and so I wanted something table
Because
related,
we're
like
all we're
yeah,
always eating together. You know what I
table. I
mean?
mean,
Yeah.
like holidays. We were just talking about like all the Christmas
Yeah.
parties. I wanted something like table setting related, and so
That's cute.
I felt like it was a cute gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited to give them the gift, and I think they really appreciated it. So, yeah, that was just like part of the whole thing. I wanted to represent the Philippines. I wanted to give fans something new from the interview,
Yeah.
and I wanted to represent our country. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
how are you now, Bea?
after the interview, I was a little aloof.
Aloof is not the word for
No.
it.
After the interview, we had to go straight to the safari tour. So I was
She
exhausted.
was again in a different
I was
dimension.
exhausted because obviously I have to be enthusiastic for my child
You know those people that
with
start
the
writing on the
rhinos.
board? Right here. Mga calculations. That's what Bea was doing. Because she was like, wait, the time. Yeah, because you didn't know if you didn't know officially that you didn't have 5 minutes with them.
Yes.
These were just like, wait, this was my internal clock and it
Yes.
felt shorter.
Yes. So I have an internal clock and I knew I had 5 minutes. And in my head, I was timing. I was like, that answer was probably like 20 to 30 seconds. And Lynn's answer was probably 1 minute. And then I asked something and I was like, wait, like, why did they ask me to wrap up? And I felt like, syempre, at that point,
Sarado pala siya.
you don't
Sorry.
want to do anything wrong in the sense that bago ka dun eh. It was my first in
Yeah.
person in like
Yeah.
I would say
You don't want to get blacklisted
yeah,
or something.
exactly. So ako, I just followed. But when they cut me off with the cast, I felt so bad because I was like, did I go over
Yeah,
five
yeah,
minutes?
yeah.
But I was like, I didn't, dude. Like that was so quick. Usually, because with the Anthony Mackie one, they gave us a hard drive right after. We saw the timestamp
Right
right after.
away.
But this one, I had to wait an entire day
Yeah.
and I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't even think it was a time. I thought I was just
It was you.
I thought I was beating myself up na sumobra ako. I didn't follow instructions or like and then when I saw the timestamp on the
The
interview, it
validation.
was only like 4 minutes and I
Yeah.
was like, wait, I
That's
was
a whole minute.
yeah, dude, I was
Yeah.
promised 5. So I felt so much better the day after. I
Yeah.
finally was able to breathe na parang okay, hindi ako nagkamali. Like my brain was still pretty much timing it correctly.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. And then obviously experiencing the zoo with you and Tyler, I was tired. I was really, really,
You
really,
were
I was
exhausted.
so
I
tired.
had so much fun though.
It's a beautiful zoo.
Okay. I'm gonna be real. I'm not really into, animals. Um Again, they're wonderful from afar. I'm deathly afraid of animals. You know what I mean? It's not like I'll come up to a dog and
I
like,
think it's totally fine. I think there's a lot of people
yeah,
that feel that way
yeah.
also. Like you can care for animals
I care for
and
them.
want them to be like,
Yeah.
safe and healthy and also
Yes.
like not,
Yeah.
you know.
Want to pet them, right? So like when I see a dog, I'm like, I'm afraid it's gonna bite me. I'm afraid it's gonna jump
I'm
on me.
actually kind of the same also.
Yeah, because we had really big dogs
We
growing
did.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had a dog that would bite.
I had a dog that bit me.
Who?
Jake.
Jake bit you?
Yes.
Grabe yung name, si Jake.
Jake.
Si Jake, kinagat ka ni Jake.
Yes, and Dean.
Yeah, Dean was
Okay.
honestly.
Anyway,
Well, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed the safari and the zoo. Honestly, like seeing that rhino, I wanted to hug that rhino. That mama rhino right
Yeah,
there.
she
Like
looked very gentle.
she was so
A
gentle.
majestic, gentle spirit.
I mean, she's massive, but amazing. Like I was the hippo. I was like, oh my gosh,
Had you ever seen a hippo before?
never.
No, hippos will really make you go,
I was like, oh my gosh, it's a hippo. Like, oh my gosh, guys. Like, guys. Like, but I didn't know anybody there.
Uy!
Oh my gosh.
That was
There's a
Tyler.
Yeah,
That was
that's
Tyler.
true. That's
Ayan na yung
true.
tigre.
Like, I've seen tigers. You know what I mean? I've seen lions. But, like, to see a giraffe, I was like,
Was that the
they're
first
like,
time you saw a giraffe?
yes.
Hmm.
I was like, oh my gosh, like, what? Like, I felt like it was more for me than it was for them.
You didn't look very happy though.
Okay. Do you want the real reason?
She was like this.
Like, I was waiting for her to, like, come back. Like, come back to me. I'm here with you. And then she'd be like, I mean,
No,
I have 4 minutes.
Because you remember,
yeah, again, like,
I also had to shoot content
yes.
of Tyler.
Okay, so I had to tell myself, because again, she was in a different dimension. I had to tell myself, I just have to give her this time and just let her be, let her process however she wants to process. If she's not here, then she's not here. She was, naman. But, yeah, it was just like,
What did you want to be like? Oh my god, it's the giraffe.
Yes.
Is that what you wanted
yeah,
to
I
do?
wanted you to be present. And then let's process after, because that's how I am.
Okay, I just want to be real.
Yeah, that's how I am. Cause
Okay.
like I'm in the moment type of girl.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the 4th zoo I've been to in,
Yeah, I know.
in
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, I haven't been to a zoo. You know what
so
I mean?
maybe that's
So
why.
I was like, my gosh, like, And I was also with Tyler, so I was like, "Oh my gosh, Tyler, it's a day
Sure.
off." Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I
No, because
mean.
there was a minute that Nico was like, "You're just on your phone," and that's when I got like the interviews back, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
so I was like, I'm working. It's a working
yeah.
trip.
So I
So
corrected myself because I was really just like, "Girl, like, I'm right." And I was thinking about the time. You know what I mean? Like, we have 6 days. You know what I mean? Like, let's process after.
no, but I wasn't trying to process the interview. I was also trying to process my content for the Tyler angle also.
I know, but
Be-
I'm the type kasi to do everything after.
Again,
I'll
working styles.
so different, very
Mm-hmm.
different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um. But yeah, what? I forgot where we were at.
We had so much fun though. Like we
Yeah.
went shopping, dude. You
No.
said you weren't gonna shop, but you
No,
did.
I didn't. I said I was gonna do a haul, but then parang nahiya ako.
What did you buy?
I bought. I bought a pair of shoes.
Dude, Nika in America.
I'm a different.
Yeah.
I'm not a frugal girl over there. That's what it is. I'm not frugal anymore. It's like I left frugal in Manila. Here, I'm a free woman.
Girl. She was
Okay,
like, but we have to go to Trader Joe's and we have to go to Target and we
okay.
have to go to the mall and we have to do this.
No, you wanted to go to those things too.
Yeah, I know, but like usually like that's a given.
Yeah, she was like Aritzia.
Yeah.
I just have to go back to Aritzia. We went to Aritzia. Let's go back to Aritzia. And I'm like, yes, girl, we can go back as much as you want.
Yes. No, it's a given for me because we've confessed I am the shopper.
Right.
So it was interesting for me to
To
know to
see.
see that you were
That's
like kailangan
right.
natin pumunta.
Yeah.
Hindi, sabi ko
Because again,
sabi
I'm
ko
there
sabi
already.
ko wag na tayo sabi ko wag na tayo mag Trader Joe's. Tapos
That's my favorite place.
sabi niya ikaw. Pero like you know in her eyes she was like
I'm going by
gusto
myself.
ko pumunta sa Trader Joe's. I
I
was
love it
like
there.
yeah, we like have our go-to.
Yeah.
I think we
We found
haven't
that chocolate that was
dude,
delicious.
we haven't been without peanut butter cups in 4 years.
That's
Like there's
right.
just been peanut butter
Every
cups
single time we go
from
to the
Trader
States.
Joe's in our
Because
fridge.
they're the best. They're so good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And also the chocolate with cornflakes bits. So, yeah.
Okay, I have another question for you.
May isa pa.
Yeah, I have one more
We have to wrap
question.
up na.
No, we don't. Okay, my question is, how do you stay grounded? How did you stay grounded knowing you had an interview?
What do you mean by grounded?
Just like, yeah, like how did you stay calm? Like how did you like what did you do to keep yourself like I got this. Like I'm ready for this. I've prepared. Aside from all the experience you had, like what did you do?
I always pray
Yeah.
when I feel like my mind is racing. This is when I'm gonna cry.
I knew it was a good question.
No, I always tell myself, Lord, give me the words to speak and um like keep me present and just let me like I just want to do a good job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not to be like it's not to be, hey, I interviewed these people. It's to be, hey, that's a good interview.
Yeah.
That's the goal of it. It's like it's not, I mean, yeah, you can talk to these people, but the content of it
Yeah.
can be like, oh, ano yun? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anytime I have a mic, I want what is being said. It's not about us, it's about the body of
Yeah. The
work,
output.
the output.
Yeah.
So that's how I am all the time. And so I was just like, I genuinely am such a fan of Lin Manuel Miranda, and he
Like
has been,
really.
yeah, he's been such a wonderful impact in our family. Like, I was thinking about Encanto, and when Encanto came out, Tyler was like 3 months,
Yeah.
and it was such a hard time because like he had COVID that time. I remember that's when we were watching
Yeah.
the movie, and he was like 3 months old or 2 months, and the music was
Yeah.
just such a joy and like life giving at the time.
Yeah.
And like remember, this is like 2021. We were all locked in our homes, but we were singing "We Don't Talk About Bruno." No, no,
Yeah.
no. It was our
And
wedding
and
day,
those
and like
oruguitas.
all the kids were singing it.
Yeah.
Everybody in the family was singing it. And when I was thinking about that, like oh, I'm gonna get to talk to the man that created this and that's given so many moments of joy to so many families. Even Moana, dude.
Yeah.
Like Moana.
Yeah. And
It's yeah,
Hamilton.
and Hamilton. don't even get me started with
With
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Yeah. Don't even get us
Don't
started.
even get me started with Hamilton.
Like
Like
don't
we
even
literally,
have been listening to
I
this.
met Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah. We did. Yeah. Tell me how to say no to
To
this.
this,
I
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So I think it's that. I think it's obviously on the personal sense of it. I was geeking out that I
Yeah.
got to do it. I was like, Lord, this is so cool.
Yeah.
But it to answer your question about how to stay grounded and how to stay calm, at the end of the day, it's not about you. It is about the job that you have to do, the task that you are given the privilege of doing,
Yeah.
and that you have to deliver that. And I know that that sounds like it's a huge pressure, but I think when I take when parang that is what calms me, and that's what
Yeah.
allows me to be like, let's get this done.
Yeah.
And I really really loved, I mean, the challenge with that is obviously time. On a long format like this, like a podcast, like I feel like I can ask, I know
So
what I
much
want to
more.
ask.
Yeah.
But with that, I really wanted to focus. I think I wanted to talk about pressure for the director, for Barry Jenkins, because
There
Lion
is
King
pressure.
is a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
And like for him, I wanted to hear I genuinely wanted to hear his answer about what he thinks is like I guess the secret recipe,
Yeah.
that secret ingredient for his music. And it's so nice. I love this answer. I love
Yeah.
that he said that he actually can't pinpoint his style.
Yeah.
That it's the people around him pa that are telling him na, oh, you have a certain style.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me grounded, understanding that I have a job to do and that the Lord is going to allow me to do it. Like
Yeah.
he has equipped me
Yeah. Like
to,
if he's brought you there,
yeah,
then he'll be the
I'm the
one.
person for the job
Yeah.
at this moment. And again, shout out to Disney PH, Disney Philippines, the fact that they were so calm. They were like, this is it. Go, go, go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Like
like,
they were excited for
dude,
you.
the
They
trust.
yeah, the trust.
The
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even bother me prior to the
That's true. That's
interview.
true. They just like
Even yeah, Bea Antonio, hello, I love you. Bea was like, "Oh my gosh, I wanted to message you like after the interview was done, but I wanted to wait for
yeah,
you."
like
I was
just
like, "OMG, like
it's very thoughtful of them.
super."
Yeah.
They were so sweet about
Yeah.
it. So there. I will never ever 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 forget. If this is the first and last press junket I ever go
Then
to,
so be it.
then so be it.
Yeah.
Obviously I hope to be there's more, but the fact that me and Tyler got to do that,
Yeah.
and the hotel we stayed in was so
So
quaint.
pretty. Yeah. I just want to say, Bea, I'm very proud of you. When I heard when you sent that screenshot, honestly, like my thoughts were like, because you were already like hinting, right? Like somebody might have to go, and I've been that sister. I've been that sister to like support, and I was just like, I can't believe that I get to do this. Like I can't believe like I get to support you guys and things that
Stop it.
yeah, no, I'm serious. Like I was telling Ella like we're always crying. I literally told Ella, I said, if my role in life is to support, then I'm so blessed to be there. Like I'm so blessed to be that person. And again, like I would do it like in a heartbeat. And
Girl,
I'm so proud of you.
thank you so much. I just want to say that literally, again, I wouldn't have been able to do it if you weren't there. And it only happened because you were able to go with me. I also want to say that that is how I feel. Again, my husband and I are truly overwhelmed by how willing you were, just like, yeah, I'm going to cancel my week and I'm going to go with you guys. You didn't have to do that. You never have to do it. And I never expect my sisters to drop everything just to help me. Like, I am privileged that I have siblings that are willing to help. And you know what? Like, that in my capacity,
Yeah.
like I would do the same. And I think for me, um I know that we've been there for each other in different ways,
Yeah.
if that makes
Yeah.
sense. And if you think about it, Neeks, our relationship has been so interesting the past few years. Like ever since like you moved in,
Yeah.
you moved out, and like who knew that we would end up working together and even starting this podcast. And so for me, It's really crazy. For me, it's like whatever I need to do to help you, and like I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever I need to be at, like whatever, like literally whatever, I'm there. And so obviously, like working as sisters has had its ups and downs because, as you can tell, we're like emotional fragile beings.
Yes.
But I think at the end of it, each and every one of us, even Isa, Ella, Elijah, you and me, if we can, we will.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not a matter of gusto ba or hindi. All of
Yeah.
us want to help each other,
Yeah.
and all of us want to be there for each other. And um if you can't, also we also understand na that's totally fine. Like
Yeah.
I don't expect you to do that. And I don't know how, I don't know, it's just kind of like this healthy, like I think being siblings like I think that we're all adults now.
Yeah.
We have really been able to explore the relationship as siblings. I think Isa giving birth, to Ari,
Yeah.
us seeing her first as a mother and just being like, well, what can I do?
Yeah.
How can I be there for you? Like, I wasn't a mom yet, but I was just like, what can we do?
Yeah.
And I think like it's just such a beautiful practice because I think I think it's a selflessness that we've learned.
Yeah.
And in return, I believe that, like, I know that you doing this for me, I don't even know how to say it. I know that you doing this for me, I know deep down that the Lord sees your heart. And there are things that like I've done for you, and God saw what like
Yeah.
the deep, my thoughts na parang, Lord, I just want her to be okay, or Lord, I just want to help in whatever way I can.
Yeah.
And I cannot stress enough like how much you've been there for me. People always say like, oh, you're such an ate, and you're always cheering Nika on, and you're always like helping her, diba?
Yeah.
Like people have said that. Let's get the elephant out in the room. Like people have even said that you open doors for Nika, and I'm like, I don't think it was me. I think it was a partnership. But sige, sabihin na natin na since I've been working longer in the
Yeah.
industry, people can think that.
Yeah.
But people have no idea that I only get to do the things that I'm able to do because I have a family that's so supportive.
Yeah.
And it's been so crazy that you have been like, at this point in time, I need to support her. Like I need to go to Singapore with her because no one's gonna watch her child while she attends this event.
Yeah.
Like it's not sidelines. It's basically the main reason why I've been able to work.
Yeah.
Even you moving in with us, it's like the peace that I've had when you're with my child. Hindi
Yeah.
na lang ako magtatrabaho if no one's gonna be with
Yeah.
Tyler. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Absolutely.
Like it's not worth for me. I
It's
would
not.
rather be with my child
Yeah.
than be out, like, conquering my goals. Like for me as a mother, he's number one priority.
Yeah.
But because you're like, hey, you go,
Do whatever
you
you need to
go, do
do.
what you need to do, like do what you want to do. I'll be here. I'll be here with your child. Like that's crazy. And I know that you say when you have a kid, like I won't have the time to do it. But baby girl, trust me, I will fly wherever I need to be because I will. And even Nico understands that. Nico gets it. He's like, he understands the weight of, it's a gift really being there for your sibling.
Yeah.
And I think we need to wrap up because I don't even know if I can post
We
this.
can. We can.
This is the
This is the messiest.
this is the messiest
Yeah. But
one.
again, it's December.
I have no words. No words. We've been yapping since kanina pa. Was that too much?
No.
Is that too much? I just want to say thank you. Thank you. And like sometimes I have this very toxic trait of like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Like get over it, Bea. It's
It is
just
a
a
big
work.
deal.
It's just a work.
Yeah.
It's just
I
work.
hate that.
I was like that for a very long time.
Yeah.
But dude, I got to talk. I got to interview Lin Manuel Miranda,
It's a
and
big
that's
deal.
a big deal, and I'm proud
Yeah.
of myself.
Yeah. You should be.
That was wild.
Yeah. And we actually even haven't celebrated it.
Oh, we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because we've been so busy. I
Yes.
think we will celebrate as a family.
Yes, we will. And anyway, goodbye, guys.
On that note,
On that note, we will go now.
it makes me uncomfortable that this episode was
About
solely
you.
about my experience.
Why? I mean, we had episodes about solely about my experiences.
I know it's so hard.
It's
Like now, I
hard.
now get how you feel
Yeah, and
about.
that's why you
I
think why
un,
I'm crying.
I understand how you feel about the mental health episode,
Yeah, like when
dude.
people walk up to me and say they listen to the mental health episode, I'm like, what do you mean? You know my secrets.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So
Yeah.
I feel a little uncomfortable and I feel squirmy
Yeah.
that this was like all about the trip. But
Sometimes it's just about you, Bea, and it doesn't have to be about me. And that's okay.
anyway, I was gonna say
What?
that this is our last ep for the year.
Is it? 2024 has been good. It's been crazy. It's been wild. And I'm very excited for 2025.
I too am excited for
I don't
to
know what to expect, but
I
I'm excited.
I too am excited for 2025, but I just wanted to say if you're listening to this, and I know that the holidays can sometimes be a reminder of hard things. Maybe the holidays is a reminder that you miss somebody more.
Yeah.
Maybe, there's like us, where it's a reminder that our family isn't complete because we're all around the world.
Yeah.
And it's tough, it gets tough,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, I feel like Christmas is a time to be able to be so thankful for what Christ did for us on the cross,
Yeah.
and just be, that like he loves us and he saved us. And I think that is just an incredible reminder to close out the year in the season where you're busy, you don't know
Yeah.
what day it is, your liver is crying for help,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You're drowning in a to-do list.
I just feel like there's so many
Yes.
distractions when it comes to Christmas, right?
Right, when
Like,
it's actually supposed to be a time where you are so centered on what Christ is doing for
yeah,
you and what the
like,
Lord is doing for you. I mean, no, there's a lot of people that are very religious about simbang gabi, and I
yeah,
think that's great because it
yeah,
is like, getting up early or even going to it right after a Christmas party,
yeah.
like making that time and setting that discipline is great. We don't do that like in
We
we
have Sambang
we have
Gabi.
Sambang Gabi, we have one day, but
Yeah.
Simbang Gabi
Oh,
is
it's
like,
like a, yeah.
yeah, it's like a, but I guess, yeah, I just wanted to encourage you that maybe it's been a little tough. I hope that there will still be a reminder of how much you're loved and how much your worth is not tied to anything that you do
Yeah.
or anything that you
Or anything
accomplish.
that you've done in the year.
Nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good where you're at. And I think Christmas is just a time to be with family, whether you're complete or not, whether the clan is
Whether
complete or
it's
not,
blood family or chosen
or
family.
chosen family.
Yeah.
So we just want to say thank you
Thank
so
you so
much
much for
for
listening, for supporting, for being with us in this crazy journey that you guys all heard about. It's been wild.
when I say I am mentally checked out. I think I also, okay, I'm getting OC because usually I like to, I have like
Mm-hmm.
of I have a flow in my mind for these
Right.
episodes, but you were asking the question, so
Right.
I'm going insane
Just let
because
it be what it is.
I know.
Just
I
let it
I told
be.
Migs and Pal of Ben and Ben. I said, I know we've met in the past because like I hosted something where they performed. This was 2017,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, I know we've met in the past, and I know that we know each other from afar. Ganyan. It's so nice to really get to know you guys on a different level outside the performers.
Yeah.
And sabi ko, but I just am so sorry that you're meeting me at this point
Yeah.
in life because I am so stressed. Like I am literally so. It wasn't nervous. I was just like so ready for the interview
Yeah.
that I was like, this is the most neurotic version of me that's ever existed.
Neurotic is the
And
word.
yeah, and this is when you're meeting me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I am usually calmer and more fun, and I'm,
They met the best.
they met the best version of
Yeah.
me, and they literally just like
It's
they
like, okay.
yeah, they hugged me
Yeah.
literally. They're like, it's okay, Bea.
Yeah.
And I just want to end the episode thanking,
Yeah.
Migs and Pal, because I really had such a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great dinner
Yeah, we
with
had great
them,
dinner with
and
them.
like for me, that was you being there on the trip was something that kept me anchored, and obviously like having
The
Goose
sisters and the
explore,
brothers.
but also them being there, parang grab yan, parang plot twist yun
Yeah.
of 2024. Hindi ko in-expect yung friendship.
It wasn't in our bingo card.
Yon, it was not in my bingo cards to be like talking to them about like the interview. Like
Yeah.
nagpa-process kami na parang I was telling them, isn't it crazy that we're in San Diego in the Safari Zoo and we're about to talk to the cast of Mufasa?
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Yup, that was a big blessing." And I don't want to mention the episode. I don't want to talk about San Diego without mentioning
Yeah.
Ben and Ben because it was such a fruitful time.
Yeah.
We're best friends now.
Close na kami
No,
actually.
I feel like they're my best
They're
friends.
kindred
Yeah.
spirits.
I feel like they're my best friends. I'm probably not in their list of like, but
We don't know if they feel the
no,
same.
we don't know if they feel the same.
But
But
this
we
is
had a
how we
great
feel
time.
for
And
them.
Tyler literally was so excited to talk
Yeah,
to
that's
them.
true. I think it's because he was talking to me the entire time
Yeah,
and he was
he got sick
done.
of Nika. He
He,
did.
he still
He's
is.
still actually
Yeah.
now
He doesn't
when
want to
Nika
say
got
hi
here,
to
ayaw
me.
niyang i-hug si Nika kasi medyo nung nag-work ako,
Yeah.
parang
He's my bestie, okay?
Tyler and Nini.
Supremacy.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a lot going on there. But thank you guys so much for everything, and we will see you in 2025. Happy holidays, Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, everyone.
Jesus loves you.
Goodbye.